We already went through, previewed, and gave our predictions for SummerSlam Saturday, but now let's move on to Sunday, and you can call it Championship Sunday because six championship matches will take place on SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium on Sunday. And let's get right into it because we have six massive matches taking place this day. Starting it off with the Intercontinental Championship match between Dirty Dominic Mysterio from the Judgment Day taking on AJ Styles. This match has had a quite an interesting but entertaining build the last couple of weeks. You've had AJ Styles chasing Dominic Mysterio down, trying to get this title match, and he finally did last week. And AJ Styles kind of has flown under the radar the last couple of months, but I think although Dominic won at WrestleMania, he's been banged up, been injured, hasn't defended it. He's only defended it a couple of times. Had some great matches and won back at Money in the Bank most recently. But I think this could be the moment where Finn Balor and Dominic could their feud kind of comes to a head and Finn Balor turns on Dominic. That's what I want to see happen because although they've teased that over the last couple of years, they've never really gone all in with Finn turning on Dom. I think Finn turns on Dom, costs him the Intercontinental Championship, and then AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, once again will be IC champion. This match has all the potential to be one of the best on this card. But moving on down, it is a six-pack TLC match 25 years after the first TLC tag team match back at SummerSlam 2000. It is the champions, the Wyatt Six, defending against Andrade and Rey Fenix, against DIY, against Fraxium, versus Motor City Machine Guns, versus the Street Profits. Four of these teams have won the titles in the past, and this is just excellent because I thought a TLC match for the tag team titles could take place back at WrestleMania 41. It didn't take place then, but now we get it, and this is another one. I feel like I'm going to keep repeating this line, but this is another match that has match of the night potential just because we've seen what they did in a TLC match back in April for the tag team titles. That was on SmackDown. They get a bigger stage this time. I with the Wyatt Six just winning a couple weeks ago, I got the Wyatt Six retaining in this match because when they have their whole faction intact, Uncle Howdy there among Dexter Lumis, Joe Gacy, and you just have everyone there, Eric Rowan. They just have too much firepower and size and strength for any other team to compete with. So I got them, but this match truly should be excellent. I think this would be a great match to start this show off, actually. But continuing down the card, it's the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. It's Becky Lynch taking on Lyra Valkyria, and this is a no disqualification match. Becky Lynch, as a heel, I think she's done a great job, and I think this has provided a new level to her character, and I think this has also helped elevate the Women's Intercontinental title because although Lyra won it before and she did a great job, Becky is still one of the biggest stars in WWE, and I think this is great that Becky is elevating this title while elevating Lyra Valkyria because she's put on some bangers on Raw the past couple months. But I think Becky Lynch retains that championship. Moving on down the card, you have Solo Sikoa taking on Jacob Fatu, Bloodline versus Bloodline member, and it is in a steel cage for the United States Championship. Jacob Fatu lost his championship back at Night of Champions a couple months ago to Solo Sikoa, and now he gets his revenge, and I think he will get his revenge. I think this is the Samoan Werewolf's time to become a two-time United States champion. Although the MFTs have looked strong, I think Jacob Fatu is just the star that the Bloodline has never even seen in the past. I think he's that great. I think Jacob Fatu will deliver something incredible inside the steel cage. This match should be just phenomenal. I can't wait to see this one. The Bloodline although they're not going by that anymore, they're still part of the real life bloodline. And all the matches that involve one another, and especially when they go head to head, they just put on such great matches. So I can't wait for that one. And moving on along, there's a couple more matches. The last two, the triple threat for the Women's World Championship. It's Naomi who cashed in Money in the Bank at Evolution a couple weeks ago, taking on Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, the former champion. Rhea Ripley, to me, I don't think she really can fly under the radar, but if she could, I think she has, because she lost her title back in March, and she just can't. She failed to beat Io Sky and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania, and since then, just hasn't been able to find her footing. And although I just think she's on a different level, Naomi did have a good cash in, but I just think Rhea Ripley's the biggest woman star. I think she needs to do something she never has, and that's pin Io Sky, and I think that's what she's going to do. I don't think Naomi's going to take the pin, and although Naomi just won the title, I think Rhea Ripley has earned a massive career moment at SummerSlam. I think that's what she's going to get. Now we get into the one we've all been waiting for. It's John Cena defending the undisputed WWE Championship against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. A rematch from WrestleMania 41 back in April. So back-to-back significant events, they're going to face off against one another. As we know, Cena beat Cody for the title back at Mania. But now Cody, after winning the King of the Ring, looks for revenge of his own. And this is a really strange one, because I've gone back and forth with predicting this match over the past couple weeks. Because on one hand, I see that Cody needs this match. He needs to get revenge on John Cena. But on the other hand, it just seems like John Cena's title reign, it's only been going on for a little over 3 months, and I just think it has more juice left in the tank. And I think that the same goes for his heel run. Although he has kind of, it seems like, questioned some of his thoughts and feelings recently, I think that John Cena needs to stay a heel and needs to stay the champion. As much as I want to personally see Cody Rhodes walk out of MetLife Stadium as champion, I just don't see that happening. And I just don't see him turning heel right now. I think it would be a force, because Cody is such a hot babyface still, and you could say that could be the best time for Cody to turn heel, but I just don't think this is the time. I really don't. I think Cody will turn heel eventually, but I think it needs to happen maybe after John Cena is gone. And with all that being said, I do think there will be interference. Could the final boss show up? I think there's a possibility. Could someone else interfere? Yes, because as we know with championship matches, very few of them end cleanly. So I do think John Cena will win. If I had to guess, I think it would be due to interference, due to him hitting Cody with the title again. So I think that's how SummerSlam's going to end. I hope there's a better ending than WrestleMania. I do think they will have another great match, that is for sure. But those are my predictions for SummerSlam this year. Drop your predictions down in the comments below. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you missed my prediction and preview video for night one, be sure to check that one out before SummerSlam Saturday. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.